I'm Erica from Four Directions Native Vote of the Sac and Fox Nation of Oklahoma, and we are here with Principal Chief Vonnie McCormick of the Lower Muskogee Creek Tribe, here with Sandra Mitrovich from the National Congress of American Indians, and of course, we're here to chat with Caesar Gonzalez. He's a candidate for the Congressional District 13 here in Georgia, and Caesar, welcome. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting Indian country, and for supporting this discussion with you. We have some questions that our panelists would like to ask you, but first, I'd like to ask you to introduce yourself, maybe tell us why you do what you do, and share your background. Thank you.
I'd love to do that, and thank you all for the opportunity. I'm originally from New York, Metro New York. I grew up on the streets. I was awarded a state. I lived in a boys' home, you know, typical urban environment situation. Fast forward to the present, where I'm a mechanical engineer. I've worked in aerospace. I've worked for companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin. I've had several businesses in the area. Most people in the metro Atlanta area know me for racing superbikes. I've had a number of motorcycle shops in the area as well. Upon finishing my last contract with Blue Origin, I was in West Texas. I came back here, and in looking at the environment here in the lower half in the 13th district, which is where I've lived for the last 25 years, I felt there was need for a change. I felt that the representative in the district was falling short. I felt like they politicized race to suit their own ends, and of course I had to step up and throw my hat in the ring.
Thank you so much for your words, Caesar Gonzalez. Okay, well, let's first hear from Sandra from the National Congress of American Indians with a question regarding Native youth.
Thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate your time. Mike, I'm going to give you excuse me. I'm going to give you a brief summary about ICWA, and then we'll ask the question. The Indian Child Welfare Act was enacted in 1978 in response to a crisis affecting American Indian and Alaska Native children, families, and tribes. Studies have revealed that large numbers of Native children were being separated from their parents, extended families, and communities by state child welfare and private adoption agencies. In fact, research found that 25% to 35% of all Native children were being removed. Of these, 85% were placed outside of the families, and willing relatives were available. At the time, not only was ICWA vitally needed, but it was crafted to address some of the most long-standing and egregious removal practices, specifically targeting Native children. Among its protections, providing active efforts to the family, identifying a placement that fits under the ICWA preference provisions, notifying the child's tribe and the child's parents of the child custody proceeding, and last, working actively to involve the child's tribe and the child's parents in the proceedings. Because these added protections address not only specific systems abuses directed at Native children, but also their unique political status and cultural considerations, ICWA has been labeled the gold standard of child welfare policy by experts and national leading child advocacy organizations far beyond Indian country. My question is, found to be invalid, it would have far-reaching consequences that will be felt for generations